Hey everybody, we're back to the iPad. Don't know why. If you are watching this live, please announce yourself when you come into the room. It's a 99% clairvoyant reading. If you're watching us on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and please like the videos and share the videos all over your social media, please. And leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, because YouTube will use the algorithms to send coaching for the soul around the planet. And that's what we want. Hi, Adrian. Hello, Allison Strange. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Lisa. So today is going to be a really quick hour. Yep, be a really quick hour. So, yes. Hi, Haley. Hey, Sherry. How are you doing? Hi, Nancy Paris. Nancy Petrie, I'm sorry. Yes, big energies, right? Hey, Lisa. Oh, I said hi to Lisa. Hello. Hey, Diane. What's up? Hi, Nancy Paris. There we go. That's who I thought it was. And Carol, what's up? How are you? This week's energy is crazy. Hey, Suze. And I'll give you why. Yep. It's been rough. Yep. Hey, Tracy. How you doing? So I got the house shut up because thunderstorms are on, like, really, really close. So hopefully the power won't go out. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah. So there's a lot of astrological things going on that are affecting everybody on the planet. Hi, Lisa Shore. How you doing? Okay, awesome. She's gonna watch it later. Teresa Parker, what's going on, my friend? What is going on? Tracy, you're going to the reunion, right? I would assume so. Been feeling that, right? Lots of rain. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? So I think we're gonna start because he's ready. Okay, so new moon was Monday, okay? Powerful energy in Cancer. I mean, powerful energy, just absolutely pressing us to, happy birthday, Teresa Parker, absolutely pressing us to speak out loud and ask for what we want, because that's what new moons are all about, okay? But on that day, if that wasn't enough energy, the nodal, the nodes, which are the north and the south of the moon, okay? Hey, Pratik, okay? They don't go vertical, their energy goes horizontal, okay? So they have a 1.5-year cycle, 18 months, it was in Taurus, okay, and in Libra, all right? So, no, not Libra, Scorpio. So what that is, wherever you have those placements in your birth chart, if you have yours, it's a good thing to have. If you want one, let me know. I'll send it to you. Or I'll just give you the website. We can get it for free, which is cool. Well, on the 17th, all right? On the 17th, it goes backwards. It's not a retrograde, but it actually goes backwards. So the North Node went into Aries, okay? And the South Node went into Libra, okay? What that is, if you are an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, or a Capricorn, those are called cardinal signs, okay? They're cardinal signs because it's the change of seasons in every one of those zodiac signs, okay? So it's called a cardinal cross. So anything having to do with Aries energy, Cancer energy, Libra energy, Capricorn energy, okay, is going to be highlighted if you're on the north side, right? If you're on the north node by Aries, okay, the closer you are to the nodes, the north node or the south node, the north node is about the future, okay? So if you're let's say Aquarius, an Aries, or Pisces, right? Anything between Aquarius all the way, all the way to Capricorn. Some part of your life is going to shift and it's going to change. Okay? I'm telling you guys, it's going to change your life. You think I'm playing? The next 18 months are going to absolutely put you in a spiritual place that you've never been before. But what it has to do first, okay, is every single one of those 4 cardinal signs have a meaning. I'm not going to read you the meaning because I want you guys to look up the meaning. The meaning of the cardinal sign Aries, the meaning of the cardinal sign Cancer, and read it and so you can understand it. Because also what you can also Google is, what does it mean for, Leos? What does it mean for Scorpios, Sagittarians? Okay? Because as you do that, they understand that you have knowledge. As we go into the future, astrology is going to be massive in our lives. So you may as well start understanding it now. It's not that difficult. It is not that difficult. What a cardinal cross is that it actually looks like this, okay, like a cross, and it is so powerful because all 4 of those zodiac signs are cardinals, right? Extremely strong. Everything changes. All 4 are the boss, right? Aries is the boss, can be diabolical, can be not very clear, can be kind of dysfunctional. Cancer is loving. They protect the innocent. They protect the people who don't have a voice. Loving, understanding. Libra loves their balance, right? They love their balance. And they understand that they have to have their balance, because if they don't have their balance, things come out of their mouth that they don't mean, or they fall into a shell, okay? And Capricorn is the boss all the time. But we hide our feelings inside until we can't hide them anymore. So I'll give you an example. I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty balanced, right? But every time there's a spirit calls them black dots, or there's a black dot somewhere in there, right? One of these astrological doohickeys needs to clean it out of you, okay? So I know I have this, I call it a default, right? And it's about love. I'll be honest with you, it's about love. Capricorns don't accept love. Capricorns give a lot of love, but they never get it returned physically, okay? They never get it usually the way that they expect it, which is the way that we give it, okay? Well, this week, because of that, because of everything that's going on, and Venus is retrograde too, that is money, okay? Money and love, that's what Venus is. It's now retrograde. So again, there's going to be 6 planets by the end of July that are the end of middle of August that are all retrograde, just like last year. Okay, but they're all the outer planets. So they're things that we don't do every day. Okay, so I'm doing my thing this week, and it's brutal. I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on, but when I get into that space, and I want to know if you guys do this too, I fall into a shell for protection, okay? I fall in. I'll do readings and I'll be bingo. I'll answer questions, I'll be bingo. But when it comes to me, okay? I fall back into this place that's my default, and it is from this lifetime and past lives. But this lifetime, it was amplified when I was a child, okay? Because I was supposed to be amplified as a child in that way. Well, I'm now 63 and a half, and there's this new person, right? And it's complicated, like everything always is with Capricorn. They have to make it so freaking crazy hard on our soul journey that we don't understand when we're human. We say WTF, right? Why does it be so hard? Well, Spirit said to me this week, you signed that contract. You thought you could do everything with a breeze, as Capricorns normally do. But in transformation, it's not going to be a breeze. They're extracting you know what I'm going to say, duh, from your body, from your heart, from your soul, from your spirit. They're pulling out things that you've had for thousands of years. Because we're going into 4D in 18 months, everybody. So you better put them pants on and put that belt on too. Strap on everything that you got, right? Because by the middle of next year, by the end of next year, you're going to be here. Trust me. You can't say I don't. No. They're going to get you there. So I'd rather you guys start working on stuff, right? Talking out loud to spirit, trying to find out, okay, I need you to help me with this, right? So finally today, I asked for help. I got to be the one. Usually Capricorn's the last one to ask, right? I teach everybody that, but I'm like, dummy. I get into my shell. I get into my default, and I think I have to sit there until it's safe. And that's from my childhood, this lifetime. But it's also from past lives. We all have a default, okay? As we go forward, they're going to clean you out like a friggin' garbage pail. Little by little, by big, by little, by big, by little, by big, because they need you by the end of 2024 to be ready for 2025, okay? So there is so many astrological things going on, as well as the movement in energy forward is phenomenal. I call it sometimes deathly, because you're going so fast. Can't believe it's Thursday already. I just did Coaching for the Soul last week, but this week is gone already, because we're moving at such a pace. Why? Because they need us to, and they have us on fast forward. The negative thing is, even on the energy being on fast forward, our stuff's still going to come up. And they're not going to let it go until you let it go. So you no longer have one thing to do. You got 5 things to do that are weighing on your mind, that are weighing on your heart. And you're doing what my default is, pull it in, right? I can figure it out. No, honey, you can't tell myself that, honey, you can't figure it out. It's not for you to figure out. It's for them to bring you the information so you can understand what it is and let that shit go. Well, had my shower, brushed my teeth, put my stuff on my face, I'm lotion on my body like I do every summer, right? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you gotta help me with this, because I'm perplexed. I don't understand what could be left in my freaking body that I haven't purged yet, what I haven't let go of. And Spirit showed me about 13 or 14 years old when I had my first boyfriend. Didn't know anything about that. My parents never told me anything about that, right? Relationships and things like that, they didn't talk about those things back in the 60s. Well, it happened, right? 7 years worth, right? So he showed me that, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, all the way back to then? He goes, even before. And I'm like, well, I thought I took care of that. He goes, you took care of inches of that. Now there's feet. I'm like, oh my God, really? He says, everything else is gone, but we have to get you to let this go. So then you got to bring me something. You got to bring me a video. You got to bring me a person. You got to bring me information. However, whatever I got to look up, you got to bring that to me. Because if you don't bring that to me, I don't know how to fix it. And I know that you can fix it. That I have to fix it with the information that you bring to me, right? So I'm kind of PO'd, and I'm trying to do my thing, right? Trying to get ready for this. And I had some readings and things. I open up my freaking laptop, and it's already on YouTube. So I'm watching YouTube videos. And I posted this on my Facebook pages, guys. I posted the reading that's on there, right? I posted a reading onto Facebook that was for Capricorn, but there's so much information in that thing, that you'll be surprised what resonates with you about getting rid of the stuff and how to do it. This reader I found 2 weeks ago. Well, I didn't find them. They found them, put them on my feed, like I've said before. If I ask for something or they need to give me a message, they put it on my freaking YouTube feed. And there could be, I have all new readers on my Facebook page. All new everything. I'm thinking, no, I need the old ones back too. Not all new people. As I scan through to see which one they want me to watch. Okay? And it's awesome to have that for reinforcements. It will give you reinforcement of, oh, I thought I was right. Because the cards say so. Does everything resonate with me? No. Just like with astrology, right? All you got to do is listen to the astrologer and you will get the pieces you're supposed to get. Sometimes I got to listen twice. The stuff that I fast forward through, like, no, don't need to know that. Sometimes 3 times, right? It could be a snippet of 4 or 5 minutes that I need to listen to. That's directly associated to me. The Capricorn, 63 and a half years old, born January the 4th, blah, 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 at this time in the morning, blah, 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 right? So watch that video because it's going to tell you things about how to let stuff go. And it's, I mean, this reader is like, she's truly 4th and 5th dimension because you still got the goofy ones on there too that are talking about all kinds of stuff that's not that I know is not true. There's no way that's happening to me because it doesn't match every Capricorn. It doesn't match every Gemini because we have rising signs, right? We've got our rising sign, we've got our moon sign, we've got our Venus sign, we've got our Jupiter sign. See? So there's all those things that are going on that are changing our lives for the better. Only right now we're saying WTF because we don't get it, right? So this is to kind of tell you, you got to get it. How you got to get it? Just by noticing it. You can't manifest anything. You can't change anything. You signed the contract. And so you decided then, right? When you came back, before you came back to Earth, you decided that I want to be here for the transition. I want to experience the transition. I don't know who the hell we thought we were, but guess what? I'm with you. Okay? Has the transition been easy? No, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. I don't like feeling like that. I don't like feeling sad. I don't like feeling like my heart's going to break. I don't like. But the only way to get through it is to feel it and talk to your guides. Spirit, you got to help me with this because I don't know what to do. I'm freaking clueless. But you got to be on social media, everybody. If you don't have a YouTube feed, get one. Sign up for YouTube. It's free. They will bring you things that will blow your mind. Facebook, Instagram, they will bring you things that will blow your mind. And you know, itch my nose, sorry. Look, itch my nose. It's for you. You saw that because it's for you. It resonates with you. That's them. It's not coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. There's no such thing as synchronicity. No such thing. Everything is planned. Do we have free will? Yeah, we can mess it up about this much before they knock us in the head and move us back to where we're supposed to be. Because we have a destination. In the past, we didn't have a destination, everybody. We just lived our lives as humans. Dumb humans, most of the time. Right? The church had taken all of our instincts away, had taken all of our everything away because they wanted to control us with the Catholic Church and the Bible and things like that. Okay? This is for entertainment purposes only, so YouTube doesn't flag me. But it's true. It's true. This is for entertainment purposes only. Then we grew out of that in the in the 20th century. Okay? This past that we just had. And now in 2023, 2024, we are preparing ourselves for greatness. For greatness. Okay? Our souls chose it. Our souls chose to understand the astrology. Because guess where we come from? Pleiadians, Sirius. Pretty much that's where the human race comes from. Might be a couple of other ones from another galaxy, but in our galaxy, it's those 2 planets. And there's proof of that. Okay? So this is their petri dish. Let's have these people down there that start out with nothing and then grow into these beings for 12,000 years because they have this heart, this thing, that's emotions. Okay, let's do that, and let's see what happens. Well, 12,000 years later, guess what? The end is already happening as we move into higher dimensional energy, which we were in before 3D. The blessing is that everything that we knew in 5D 1,200, 500 years ago, we revisit and we already know it. That's why when Spirit says they're activating ancient DNA, that's what they're doing. Truly. And again, you can't even stop it. You can try. Ego will try to stop it. It's not going to work. They're gonna accelerate you into higher dimensional energy. They have to, because your soul journey says I'm supposed to be here by the end of 2023. I'm supposed to be here by June 2024, and here by December 2024. Because like Spirit has talked before, 24, 25, and 26 are going to be massive. Massive change for the better. Beautiful change for the better. Right? Where there is no hunger, there is no pain, there is no disease, there is no anything. There's no homelessness. And people say, well, Bill, how does that happen? We all have ancient money tucked away from when we were here before. We knew we were coming back for this time. That's why we signed up for it. I can't imagine my soul would sign up for this lifetime, because it's been brutal. Like I say, many, many times people say, when I tell my story, they're like, well, Bill, how are you still alive? I know, right? And all of us have those stories about our childhood, about our teens, about our 20s, about our 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah. But that's all planned. So when we get down on ourselves, because I said this to Spirit the other day, I was pissed off. I said, who the fuck signed up for this yet? He said, you did. Why would I do that, Spirit? My soul can't be that dumb. He goes, no, it's not. But the human is. Oh, great. But you didn't tell me stuff until today about the video, right? Didn't tell me the stuff, right? Because there's a time for everything. Because they know when our soul is ready to hear it and feel it and let it go. Because the soul signed the freaking contract. It's so interesting to me how we're going to places that we've already been. We just don't recognize it yet. And in prior civilizations, ego was not the survival instinct. Not at all. It was a balanced instinct. It's fight or flight, right? But there was a clear cut, the haves and the have-nots. Okay? And that's the way that they wanted it. Right? And then religion was popped on the earth to absolutely populate the earth. Yeah. And then ego started. Right? Survival, 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 survival. And many of us were in survival mode all growing up because our parents taught us that energy. They taught us by telling us things. They taught us, no, we can't afford that. No, we can't do that. No, we can't afford 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 that. So again, some of us got a job. And went, fine, I don't need your money. I'll get my own money, good Capricorn, and I'll spend it the way I want to. You can't tell me no. Because I'm not a guy that likes to be told no very often. It's who I am. So all of us have a story. All of us have those things, right? And the astrological events that are happening right now, especially for the next year and a half, are going to extract those bad boys if you want to or not. If you want to or not. Because they need you to be here, right? And some people are going to do it really easily. Some people are going to struggle, and that's okay. But it's about talking out loud to your guides and asking them for help. They're the only ones that can save you. Trust me, that's their job. They've been with you through every single lifetime you've had on the planet. And all you did was add more professors, Spirit says. But you got 72, now you got 72 guides. as of a couple months ago. Well, how did that happen? I didn't die. No, but you moved forward closer to 5D, which is true. But when I get closer to 5D, don't I know more? He goes, the old human did, the old 5D. The old 5D. Is it the same thing? He goes, no. It's similar, but it's higher dimensional energy than what you were in old 5D, 12,500 years ago. Of course it is. Why couldn't it just be the same? We had a conversation like that. I'm like, this is freaking crazy. Why would you do that to us? I don't get it. Because we have to be evolutionary, he says. We're the ones who chose to be evolutionary. Our souls chose to be evolutionary. Human did not. Human did not at all sign that contract. It was the 13-year-old kid who was going back to Earth like going to an amusement park. Yeah, I'm ready to go back. Yeah, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my sister, that's my brother. All right, I got to do all of that? That's no big deal. And you sign it with your number. Then you're born, and everything changes. Got an ego. Everything is crazy. The cool thing is that after 2000, they're all starseeds. After 2012, they're really all starseeds. So they have advantage to all of us. Every single one of us. And the 3Ders don't understand why those children are lazy. Why those children are going to ruin the earth. Why those children? Because they're not like you. Why are there so many trans kids? Because they don't look at sexuality the way that we were taught sexuality. Boys wear blue, girls wear pink. Really? Really. And I remember back in the day, if a guy had a pink Izod shirt on in high school, he was ridiculed. And you know the words that were presented to him. Most of them begin with an F. Yeah. With an "ot" on the back. Or just three letters. Yeah. It was kidding around, blah, 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 blah. But usually those kids that wore the pink had a good idea of who they were. Right? They could be the jocks. They could be the cheerleaders. They could be anybody. The orchestra kids. The drama kids. Right? But they were understanding that they liked it and they didn't care what other people said. And now pink's no big deal. Because the confines of our brains are being pulled apart like never before. Like never before. So when you are in a good place, great place, and your kids or your brothers or sisters or your mom or your dad say, who are you? Who are you? Because you don't want to hang out with them anymore. Too much bad energy. You don't want to do all these things all the time with the family because I don't need to. I don't need to. I'm good with being an individual now. I don't need to be in the herd, H-E-R-D. Now, that's not true for parents with kids at all. Because one or two of your kids is going to move up. One or two of your kids is not. Will they pass? No, they won't pass. Because they're from a spiritual lit family. They just get it later. Or they marry a woman or a man who's already connected and has practices. And they're drawn to this person, and you don't know why you're drawn to this person. And mom and dad be like, what is it about her that you adore? Mom, I don't know. It's just, my gosh, she's just beautiful to me. She makes me balance, and she makes me love, and she makes me, and some parents back in the day would say, oh, no. She's not from the right family. Or, oh, no. She's African American. Well, they wouldn't say the African American part. They say the N-word, right? Back in my family, they always did, all the time. Even when I had black friends. So it was kind of weird. But that's the way they were trained. My mother told me things about guys that I shouldn't expect anything. I never even had to tell my mom I was gay. They kind of knew. They kind of knew. With my Kate Jackson wig and my girl's bike, oh yeah, everybody knew. They just didn't, that's just who Billy is. I came from a very liberal neighborhood. Very liberal. See? So we picked those places. But now, parents are talking to their kids about, well, why? What is it about her? Because either mom or dad is feeling, okay, I feel the love in her. But I want my son or my daughter to tell me why they like that person. Why do you like that person? Notice Spirit said person, not man or woman. It's a person. Because as we go into 4 and 5D and higher, we will be more and more androgynous. Still have the same organs, still do the same things with each other, right? Girls won't be boys, and boys won't be girls. It's a sexuality thing there. If they're gay, they're gay. Okay. They're trans, they're trans. Why is there more trans people now? Because they don't look at sex the way that we do. They no longer have the confines of that cement helmet on their head. And their parents see that they are in pain, see that they are tortured because they're having to put on a dress. Mom, I don't want to wear the. My niece, she's a beautiful woman, and she's a lesbian. And from the age of 3, maybe 4, she would not put a dress on. My sister-in-law wanted a girly girl. Chelsea was never a girly girl. She's a Capricorn. She's an ass kicker. Trust me, she was an ass kicker. She didn't want to wear a dress. Mom, dresses are for girls. Well, honey, that's what you are. I'm not that kind of girl, Mom. She has gay Uncle Bill and the gay other people in the family. Yeah. But even the boys, right? As my nephews and nieces have kids, their children are going to be born, and what they're going to feel is different. Now, are grandma and grandpa going to feel like that? Probably so, if they come from a liberal, or not even a liberal. I'm going to say that because that can be a bad word for certain people where they just shut off. Progressive, connected, understanding the divine, right? Understanding that we're led. It's not God, God's the universe. But we have individual guides that take care of us every day. And dad may not go along with it, mom may not go along with it, but guess what? Eventually, oh my God, I love you so much because they're kids, right? And you let your kids nowadays do what makes them happy. No more of the confines. No more of boys wear blue and girls wear pink. No. But because what that does is it puts straps on our mind, on our spirituality, on our individualism, which makes us unique. Which makes us, thank you, Spirit, chimes. And yeah. So that's going to happen more and more as we move forward. So as you see those things, that's where it's going. It's supposed to go that way. Because guess what? In 5D, everybody was having sex with everybody else. Trust me. Egyptians, the Romans, the Ethiopians, they're all doing it with whatever they wanted to on Saturday afternoon. There was no stigma about anything. There are certain boys that did, certain guys that did, and certain females that did. There was no prostitution. These are the people that I choose to have sex with. And that's coming back. That's coming back. Is it in the same way? No, that was primitive. We're much smarter now. Understand that you've never been as smart as you are today, as you will be tomorrow, and in a month, and in 6 months, and in a year. Because your intelligence with your spirituality, with your connection, gets deeper and deeper and deeper the more that you ask them for help. It's like anything. Sitting in a classroom and the teacher is waiting for somebody to ask a question and nobody does because they don't want to feel stupid. Right? Okay, I get that. But eventually somebody does because like, you know what? I don't get it. I don't understand it, and I'm willing to take the humiliation, which is stupid, the judgment, because I don't get it. And then question after question after question start. Spirit, what is this? Spirit, what is that? Why am I going through this at the moment? I don't get it, Spirit. And then when they talk to you for the first time, or get your freaking video for the first time, or a freaking message on your freaking phone, from Instagram, from Facebook, from whatever. What's the new one? Thread? That's Facebook? Meta? Yeah. See? They're going to communicate with you the way that you're able to communicate with them now. But you got to talk. Gotta ask. They can't read your mind. Okay? And if you think you're going to do it on your own, let the old Capricorn tell you something. You're not going to. They will put you in freaking purgatory until you go, Spirit, you got to help me with this. Or God, you got to help me with this. Whatever. Again, God's going to do it too, but I'd rather you say, hey, Spirit, because you got all kinds of guides above you that are professors, and they can take care of you the way that you need to be taken care of. But then what you have to do is you have to be available for them to give you messages if you're not able to talk to them yet. Back and forth. I don't get that many messages from Spirit that I have conversations with, right? I might say something and then I might get an answer, right? But it's not a conversation like I had today. They're few and far between. But they always happen in July or August, which is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But you get into that habit of talking and asking. And what it does for your heart is amazing. It's amazing because all of a sudden your energy's gone. I tapped this week. Took my 3 fingers, gonna do it again. Palm on my pec, and I tapped my sternum, just like that. Spirit, you gotta take this energy away. It's not mine. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's not mine. Well, I knew what it was for today, but that was on Monday and Tuesday. But they didn't give me the answer until today. Because today was the day for me to learn it. That in my past, I didn't receive love the way that I thought I should receive love. From boyfriends, from mom and dad, from brother, sister. Because we all come in with what we think we deserve. And our parents they never know how much emotion we need, how much love we need, how many snuggles we need. My mother was a rock. She was a rock. She took care of us. Oh my God, she took care of us like we were freaking prince and princesses, right? But the whole love aspect didn't happen. We're all damaged from that. My father was the lover, right? He'd come and hug us and kiss us, and we'd climb up in his lazy boy and sit with him in the chair, and he smelled like my dad. Oh, great, you know? Grandma, granny, same thing. Grandma, not so much. She was my mom's mom. Not so much. But Granny from France, she was soft and about 5 foot tall and overweight and just was this beautiful thing to snuggle up with because like a pillow. Yeah. But I remember those times, but overall, when it comes to boyfriends, girlfriends, things like that, those are the hardest things, I think, to get past. Family stuff we can understand, and we usually go to the family stuff first. It's the way that other people treated us that we loved. Okay? That we loved. And I still have that wound. And that's the one thing that I have to work on. And I'm like, I know, but why don't you help me with that? Oh, this is the last one. Okay, before we move. Before I move. Lee's going to, but I would say we, but we're not together. So before I move, he comes too. Yeah. See? So when you get down to the nitty gritty and you start to pay attention, ooh, it's storming outside. No, the trees are doing this. Wow. When they show it to you, work on it. When something triggers you, work on it. Write it down on a pad. Okay? Write it down, make a list. Like, where's that list at? So you can write it down so that you don't forget. Because it is ego's job to have you forget. Why? It doesn't want you to grow. It doesn't want you to go towards the light. No, I don't know what that is. You need to stay back here with me and I'm going to keep you safe. No, you're not. You're going to hinder my progression into who I'm supposed to become. Oh, no, that's not right. That's a lie. But what do we say to ego when it turns stuff around? Ego, that's not true. That's a lie. Ego, that's not true. That's a lie. And it stops in its tracks. Stops in its tracks and goes, okay, why after thousands of years is this human pushing back on me all of a sudden? What is that about? Doesn't he or she know that I'm trying to save their life? But you're not. Your ego has been with you through every single lifetime on Earth. It knows how you died every single time. And it kicks and dams and whatever because it didn't save your life. You didn't listen to it then because you were too dumb. It's the fourth instinct. Yeah. fight or flight. So all of these astrological things that are going on are meant to help you clear what you still carry. So make a list. Right? And I don't want you to sit down and go, oh, okay, so Spirit, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my list. You're going to get nothing. If you do, it's going to be all ego stuff. It's about when they hit you with something, man, that triggered me. Write it down on the pad. I learned some things this week in quantum healing that, again, Brenda, the lovely Brenda at Indigo Doors in St. Clair Shores, again, more learning, right? That something happened 2, 3, 4 years old with my brother in Florida. He didn't care for me much as a kid. None of them did. Because I was my mom's favorite kid because I was sick. Not my fault. Well, we had lifetimes together. Not my fault. We came back for a reason, right? So she could save my life again. But I never thought about what is the thing with my brother and I. We cannot be in the same room with each other. He doesn't like me, I don't like him. It doesn't work. Our energy does not work. He's a Sagittarius, I'm a freaking Capricorn, but he's 5 years older than me. Capricorn doesn't like to be told no. Doesn't like to be hit. Doesn't like to be anything. Punished, right? I was already getting punished from society when I was a child. And I have an older brother who's, oh my God, like a bear. His hands are like bear paws. He's just a big guy. And he could swing them easy. But I never understood, and I still don't understand, we're going to work on that tomorrow, is what happened at 2, 3, and 4. I don't know. Kind of goes along with the love thing, I think. So as I progress with my new person and go inside myself and try to allow it to flow, look at it, do guided meditation, okay? I will tell you that I was in my protection. I didn't do meditation until today for 2.5 weeks because I was in my space. Something's going to happen. Something's going wrong. Something's wrong here. The vibe is wrong. You know, and Lee's been Lee, and he always will be Lee. And he reminds me of my brother in Florida. Okay, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But there's all kinds of things that you realize when you get to a certain point where you have to confess and go, you know what? That's what that is. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. This week, next week, you're going to be pressured to speak your mind to people that hurt you. You're going to be guided by your spirit guides. They're going to put something in your craw, and you're going to get triggered like that. Do not speak. They're trying to get you to stand your ground. They're trying to get you to open yourself up and not be bullied, to not be punished. Don't allow that person to treat you any better or worse than you would treat yourself. Now, that comes into ego, right? How much do you love yourself? How many times a day today have you said, I love you? I've done 5 because I've needed to. But we forget. That's why I post it every once in a while on my Facebook page, on my, the other one. That's how far. I mean, I'm at 40,000 feet right now. So he wants to say Netflix, but it's not that. Yeah. So anyway, the next 2 weeks, okay, until the 1st of August, because we're in Leo season now. It's time to roar, baby. It's time to roar. No more Cancer. Loving, understanding. I'll just keep my mouth shut because that's easier for me, because then the energy won't be. It's me. It's me. I had my aura read at the Psychic Fair in Frankenmuth because there wasn't any business there. We're just hanging out, right? And my friends were saying, well, you should do it. I'm like, that stuff's hokey pokey. No, Bill, go do it. It's only $35. I went and did it, right? Well, guess what? It ain't hokey pokey. I was like, what the hell? Oh, my throat chakra is very, very, very small because of who I live with. I'd rather keep it to myself than live an energy of dysfunction for months. And Lee noticed that when I came home that night with that little picture. So why is your throat chakra so small? Are you not saying things to me that you need to say? I said, I'd rather not say. And he went, what, there is something? Well, of course there is. You don't validate me. And I went down the list. Everybody. I had a rotten psychic fair. I mean, I didn't make any money at all. 3 hours round trip every day for 2 days, right? Gas, food, everything else that goes along with that. It was kind of like a free get out of jail free card, not having to be at home. Okay? Gave me something to do. But I listed off a couple things. You don't listen to me at all. He hasn't listened to me in 7 years. He thinks I'm dumb because he's superior, because he's really, really, really smart. Really smart. Like my brother in Florida. I'm not that. I'm street smart. I can save your freaking life if we're on the street, right? I'm spiritually smart, but when it comes to books, not so much. And I'm not supposed to be that guy. I have to be a free-flowing guy. That's what it's all about. See? But there are people in our lives who discount us. There are people in our lives who don't treat us the way we want to be treated, and we stay silent to keep the peace. Well, guess what? The next week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, you're going to get triggered. And I'm telling you, everybody, do not stifle yourself. You know where stifle yourself comes from? From Archie Bunker, right? Do not do that. Let it out. It's the way to ascension. Let them have it. In anger, not in anger. It doesn't matter how you deliver it, Spirit says. It doesn't matter how you deliver it. It doesn't matter. However you want to present it to them, and do not think about the consequences of after. That's not what it's about. Because ego will make you go, well, you know what? That's me. I'd rather just, things would upset me with him, and I would have a moment in the kitchen where I would say, oh my God, Bill, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. But what happens is you get smaller. And this is a conversation I'm going to have with Spirit today. I'm done being freaking small. Well, I know, right? I'm done. Before I met him, I was big, and I knew who I was, and I was into myself. Well, after 7 years of just being, right? Being with somebody because you have to be, because of economics. Yeah. You have a tendency to conform to survival. That's me. But guess what? Not anymore. Right? I know I'm moving to Kihei, Maui sometime in October by my mom and dad's anniversary, which is the 21st. I know that I'm going on a vacation. Spirit showed me a week or so ago that I'm going from the 19th of April, or the 19th of August till the 4th of September. He can go too if he wants. I don't care. But I'm no longer going to pacify because I'm the boss. But when we are in fear of not having enough, we compromise. Like I've said to Spirit many times, because he has brought this up. He says, Bill, why do you? Because I need to right now. But it's only until we move. Because I'm going to buy the house. It's going to be wonderful. I start the new chapters of my life. It's wonderful. This is just at the end of not thinking that I would ever allow things to come out of my mouth that would upset the apple cart. Because the energy is horrible for weeks and weeks and weeks. And he's extremely, doesn't really know himself. Not volatile, just shuts down. I don't want that energy in my house. So I'd rather just, okay, fine, I'm not going to say anything. But now, for the next week and a half, oh no, look out. Look out. It's Leo season. And Leo roars. And when I got that message today, again, guess what? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And as soon as you do that, again, everything in your life will change. It'll change because you're no longer small. Don't think about the consequences unless you're going to get hurt, right? Don't. It's going to be bodily harm. Don't say anything. If you know you're a man, you're a woman, don't do anything. Exit stage left as soon as you can, because that's not something that you're going to be allowed to stay in. And the negative thing is that most people, it's not you that leaves, it's them. Because you're not the same person anymore who allows them to verbally abuse you, to verbally do things in front of people, verbally do things. No. So who's the most important person in your life? Me. If I'm good, my world is good. Everybody needs to understand that. You gotta be selfish. Gotta be selfish. If you got kids and you're female, guess what? Me first, then my kids, then if there's a partner. If you're a guy, same exact thing. Dad's gotta be good, kids are good, and then if there's anybody else in my life, they're third. Be it man or woman, doesn't matter. But I know that I have to take care of myself first, because if I don't do that, I can't be their dad right. I can't teach my children exactly what I need to teach them by doing what is right for my children. That's evolution. That's moving into fifth dimension, where all of a sudden we know already, only it's in a higher fifth dimension energy than it was back 12,500 years ago. Yeah. So everything is moving at a record quantum pace. And they're hitting us with all kinds of energy from the universe and from Pleiadians and from Sirius, and they're just boom, 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 boom. We're exhausted. But we still get up the next day. And we still have the energy to do what we got to do that day. Why? Because we're living on Plutonic energy. Pluto's back in Capricorn until the end of this year. And everything is going to absolutely change. Again, understand. Capricorn is structure, deep structure, like government structure, right? Boundaries, rules, regulations. And Pluto, since 2008, in my life, has destroyed my life from the bottom to the top. Completely destroyed it. Just destroyed it, right? It's supposed to get me to this level, okay? Starting in January, it goes into Aquarius till September, back into Capricorn for 2 months, and then back into Aquarius for 20 years. The age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Okay? So as we go through these next 6 months, be ready for destruction. Be ready for things to be placed in front of you or placed where you're aware. So what do you want to do with that, Bill? You want to push it back down? That's not going to happen. Are we going to face and have a conversation? Probably so. Or, no, I'm going to have a conversation because I'm not ready to deal with that yet. Well, guess what? It's going to lay on your heart until you finally go, I get it. I get it. I give up. I give up. I have to surrender. You're going to win because I can't have it there anymore. It makes me too sad. It makes me too drudgy. It makes me too everything. I have to let that go. So how do I do it, Spirit? I need you to bring me something that shows me how I'm supposed to do it. And then 20 minutes later, you're on YouTube, and all of a sudden, there it is. And you might go past it, and then you go, oh no, what was that again? Because your eye sees it, and it triggers your brain, like, oh no, go back there. You go back and go, oh, I guess I'll just watch this. Click. It could be a tarot reading. It could be a person who gives advice. It could be Pam Gregory, right, the astrologer. It could be all kinds of, it could be Lee Harris about energy. It could be anything that shows you, oh my gosh, I just watched this and I can't believe, oh my God, it's gone. Of course it is, because you're having soul recognition with what you're being told on the screen. And the next 6 months are going to be going, until it's gone. Until it's gone. And you're much lighter, you're much easier, everything. Yes. So Teresa Parker just said, because I've talked about this before, the song by the Fifth Dimension, Age of Aquarius, popped up in our timeline last week. And do you guys know that they had to put Let the Sunshine In on the end of that song, like 2 songs in one, or the government would not allow them to release the song because it was 1968. Still in the war, Vietnam War, everybody, if you didn't know. The Vietnam War, 1968, Nixon was coming into office, wanted to squash all the hippies, all the protests, all the everything. Well, the great thing is the hippies that were on shrooms and weed and a plethora of other drugs were connecting to spirit. They knew the future. They pretty much did. And so those children of the 60s became parents in the 70s and 80s. Well, 70s were love, peace, and soul, right? That's what it was. 80s were all uptight, out of sight. You know, I'm for myself. 90s hit and we're like, what the hell? What happened? So what's happened before, where we've had this much enlightenment, because I was stoned. Now, you don't have to be stoned. I know people that do shrooms and they love them because they're opened up and can actually see the freaking universe and the whole kit and caboodle. That's an old term. Yeah. It's how it goes. So talk out loud to your guides, okay? If you got questions, you know how to reach me, okay? I'm always willing to answer questions, okay? If you need 10 minutes, send me, Bill, can I get 10 minutes? And I'll call you as soon as I can. Because I'll tell you, in just about 10 minutes, if not less, I can get you back on track to kind of make sense. Why? Because you already know the answer to the question you're asking me. Your ego's not letting you see it. So when you hear my voice, I'm saying, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, but I know that. Well, how do you know that? I don't know, but I know that in my heart. I know the answer to that. Of course you do. It's already been downloaded, already been activated, but ego is like a freaking wet blanket. It'll suffocate you as long as it can. Until somebody like myself lifts up the corner and the answer pops out and you go, holy shit, I know that. Because 99% of the time, when people send me questions, they already know the answer. Or they'll say, oh God, but I knew that. Of course you did. Well, I knew that was true. That's what I thought. There you go. Just needed confirmation. And the cool thing about getting confirmation is the fact that eventually you don't need confirmation on everything. Maybe 1 or 2 things. I still do that. I still need confirmation, right? Because we're human. You think I'm going to believe that if I walk off the cliff, I'm not going to die? I don't think so. I know I'm going to. Well, it's only this deep. Oh, okay. Nothing happens. But my instinct says, oh, no. Ego. It's not all ego, it's instinct. It's intuitiveness, right? I don't know about that. Let me see about confirmation on that. Why do you think tarot card readers do confirmation on top of the cards? Not for them. They know that we need confirmation. That's how it works. We're always going to need confirmation from the collective. And when the collective is all collected, and we're this big, huge community of light, and we're in the 5th dimensional energy, and the world as we see it has changed, it's beautiful, guess what? It grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and we don't have to ask for what it is for confirmation. The collective knows that it's right. It knows that it's true. It knows. And that's what the deal is. That's exactly what the deal is. Okay? So that hour went really fast, like it always does. If you guys want readings, I do readings every day, including Wednesday. I have it booked off, but if you only do it on Wednesday, call me on the phone, send me a text, whatever. Okay? I'm usually around in the afternoon. I take that day off so I can do doctor's appointments and haircuts and when Bailey was alive, Bailey stuff and things like that. Okay? Element packages, guys. If you want to have coaching every month and you want to have a program that actually helps you get from here to here, element packages are the thing. Spirit gave them to me. I think it's remarkable because I didn't think about this stuff. It just kind of came. You pay once a year. You get 13 months. The 13th month is free. You talk to me every single month whenever you want to talk to me. right? It's either 15 minutes, a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, or an hour and a half, depending upon the package that you do. Air, water, fire, earth, universe. It's a really, really great way for you to get, not coaching, although that's what it is, confirmation. Because you ask me questions. So Bill, what about blah, 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 blah. I've been feeling like this, blah, blah, blah. And I channel the answers. And I'll tell you what, I've only had one person in 3 years not re-sign up because they're like, Bill, this is freaking just, I can't believe how much I've learned in a year. Well, you already knew it. I just allowed you to feel comfortable enough to tap into it. So elementsessions.com or billhobart.com. If you want to check out element packages and everything that's there. On the more expensive ones, you can split it up into 2 payments, which is fine. And then you just pay 1 month, and you have a month to skip, and then you pay the last month. So that's that. Again, like I said, guys, any questions, let me know. There's a lot of stuff going on. Get out of your freaking head. Stop thinking so goddamn much. Okay? That's ego. If I keep him occupied, if you keep her occupied, guess what? She won't move forward. Well, that, you know what, is still in your chest. Still in there. Because ego's tied to your heart and feelings. And ego's going to want to do here and do here at the same time. So that you did what I did for 4 days, which is WTF. I don't get this. I haven't felt like this in like a year. What now? What now do I have to lose? My God, I've lost everything else out of my body. But I had a black dot. And when they explained it to me, I went, yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. So thank you, everybody. Namaste. If you would for me, when I post this in about 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, on YouTube, if you'd go over to YouTube at Bill Hobart and like the video and leave me a comment, and just watch it for a minute. Again, the longer you watch it, the better. But last week, I think we had 177 views or something like that, which is pretty good. Or 17 views, I'm not sure. I don't really look at that stuff because it doesn't really matter. The people are going to see it are going to see it. But the more that you engage with my YouTube, the bigger it gets, and it gets more people. I will tell you this, that when I move in October, I'll probably won't be back for Coaching for the Soul for maybe 2 months. Unless Spirit says, no, you got to do them again every single Thursday. Just because everything's going to be so hectic when I get there, and all the downloads and things I'm going to have, I'm not sure what it's going to look like. Just to give you a little warning, that it might happen. You never know. So I'll see you next Thursday at 3 for Coaching for the Soul. See you guys.